Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today for the Technology Partnership webinar with CData Software. My name is Wilfried Juncker. I'm the head of channel in North America. And I'm with me, Jared, who can present himself very quickly. And
yeah, hi, I'm Jared Johnson, Senior Technology Evangelist with CData Software. We're a partner of Odoo's, and we are happy to be here today. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. We can start with the presentation of CData for a minute, and then Odoo, and then show the connectivity between the two software.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get things kicked off. For anyone that isn't familiar with CData Software, we are the real-time data connectivity company. We provide self-service data connectivity solutions and applications that really just make it easier to get to your data, wherever that data is and wherever you want to access that data. Thanks to our over 9,000 active customers and more than 100 OEM partners, we are providing connectivity for millions of users around the world. And that ranges from a mom and pop shop that wants to be able to access their accounting data in something like Excel, to our OEM partners who are embedding our connectivity solutions that provide and extend connectivity to their own customers. We have over 200 employees across the globe with regional offices in EMEA and APAC. Our headquarters are in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, part of the Research Triangle Park, for anyone that's familiar. And because of our broad workforce, we're able to service customers around the world, both in terms of support and sales and engineering. So I want to...
Thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm going to dig in a little bit about what CData does and what we provide, and then we'll kick things back over to Wilfried to talk about Odoo and everything that it offers. So CData Software, the way that we see it, there is a growing problem of data fragmentation. Anybody that is growing a business, that's been working in business for more than, say, 2 years, has seen this happen. Historically, businesses were using databases to house their data, and then using BI reporting tools, ETL platforms, machine learning, artificial intelligence on top of those databases in order to build value from that data. With the digital explosion that has occurred in the past 15 or 20 years, we're now seeing more and more services come into the fore, services like Odoo. So you have a breadth of options to choose from when it comes to picking your CRM, when it comes to picking your ERP, your accounting solution, even your cloud data warehouse, your cloud data store, your data lake, whatever it is. Which is great because everybody gets to pick the best of breed solution for their business, but it also means that it is harder and harder to get access to that data because everybody provides access in different ways, whether that's through a different API, a different protocol, different authentication methods, and that list goes on and on. So what CData has done is we have provided a universal interface for all of that data. So instead of having to task your IT teams to build out a connection and maintain that connection as changes come to that API or protocol, you can enlist the CData drivers and connectors and the CData connectivity solutions to provide that real-time connectivity that you're used to from databases, but you're getting data directly from the sources like Odoo. So now you're getting direct real-time connectivity to Odoo from your analytics and your reporting, from your AI and machine learning platforms, from your data governance products, your data management applications, and even from operational systems. And so that kind of in short is the problem that we see and the solution that we provide. And we'll dig into what that actually means for joint CData Odoo customers in a little bit.
Yeah, eager to see the little demo that you prepare for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jared. A few words regarding Odoo for the one who don't know. Odoo is a fully integration software platform, open source. So Jared, can you move to the next slide? Yeah, here we go. So we try to solve any kind of business need. So we have a full suite of business application, ranging from HR to finance to sales to inventory and so on. And we'll discuss that in a next few slides. Regarding Odoo, we have today more than 15 different offices. We are a company who started in Belgium more than 13 years ago now. It's been a while. And since then, we have been growing quite fast and in a very steady pace. We are investing a lot, of course, in North America. And the office in San Francisco has been open for 10 years. And we have more over than 400 people here. And I'm just trying to put some key figures of of this year's actually, so starting on the 1st of January, we have over 2,500 employees, more than 4,500 partners around the world, 120 countries. We have a total of more than 8 million users, so there's a lot of use of Odoo around the house, the ERP in general. More than $250 million of revenue in 2022. And that's something that is very important because we are also open source and we have a free access to our software. More than 4 million database open in 2022 with 50,000 active subscription and an app store. Few words regarding our reference, which is very important to realize that because Odoo is very international, we have clients in all different countries, ranging from countries in Latin America, North America, Europe, Middle East, and Asia, of course, in Oceania. Regarding the size of the business, it's quite interesting to realize that we have customers who are very small, but we also have very large customers. Customer with a government, customer with a NGO, but also large customer in aerospace, in the cannabis industry, retailer, large manufacturer of goods, water treatment. I mean, we have many, many different industries. And because Odoo don't have a vertical approach, we are able to address a lot of different customer with many different needs. Next slide, this is the full suite of application. Odoo himself have more than 75 applications out of the box. As I say, ranging from sales, in operation, manufacturing, HR, project, subscription, whatever need you have at the moment, we have a very modular approach. So we will be able to answer the needs with specific modules that we have developed, and that we will be happy to demo you and use the features for your needs and requirement. Something interesting also about Odoo is because it's open source, we have access. There is access to work on Odoo. You can do development. You can create your own modules. You can use our app store, but you can also run API. And that's why also we are talking with CData today, is because you can connect Odoo with platform who allow you to have multiple of possibilities to access to different type of software. In that case, Power BI, but some others as well. So we just wanted to make sure you guys understand that Odoo is open and is ready to be used. Regarding the hosting, which is also important, Odoo have the same version for whatever hosting you choose. Odoo Cloud, on-premise, or even using our Odoo SH platform, which is a platform as a services. But you have the choice, and it's in the same version, and there is no difference between the cloud and on-prem. And the last slide, I think you can click 4 times on that, Jared. We try to differentiate how self with our competitor. I'm sure you know a little bit about SAP, Microsoft, Oracle. This is a representation of the market for us. We believe that we try to focus our effort, time, and money on different things than our competition. We don't invest a lot in marketing. We rely a lot of word of mouth. We don't invest a lot in industry as well because we are very generic and we really have a horizontal approach. We let our partners develop modules for specific industries, but we like to invest a lot of money in the tools, in the technical quality of the software, have a very affordable price because we want to be able to have as many customers as possible in a small and medium-sized space, and also in the mid-market. And of course, that's what we're trying to focus the most is the user experience, which is what is the most important in our days. Making sure that our users, the clients and their users like Odoo, use Odoo, and are able to retain with us as long as possible. And that's where we focus on our effort. All right, I think the next slide is for you, Gerard.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for sharing, Wilfred. We have all these conversations, behind the scenes in preparation, but it's always good to hear about how our partners are growing and changing with their customers' needs, and how they approach their business, and how that helps us to work together. So what I want to take a little bit of time to talk about until we get into the demo is I'm going to share two products or two suites of products that CData provides that helps Odoo customers make more out of their data, gain deeper insights, and help drive business using Odoo and CData together. And then I'll dig into some customer stories, and then we'll jump into the demo.
Great.
So the first thing that I want to talk about is CData Connect Cloud, and this is actually what I'll be demoing. CData Connect Cloud is our real-time data connectivity as a service. So it's a cloud-based platform, software as a service model, and it provides real-time access to more than 100 enterprise data sources, including Odoo. And because it's a SaaS application, there's no software to install, nothing, no drivers to configure, nothing that you have to distribute across your network. Any of your users can create accounts and then be able to log in from the web interface to get access to their Odoo data from the BI and reporting tools that they want. It already works with most of the data applications that you're using. We'll have bespoke connectors for platforms like Power BI. We'll have bespoke platforms or connectors for platforms like Looker Studio, Google Sheets, and that list goes on. But the great thing is that if your tool isn't specifically supported, we provide generic but universally understood interfaces that provide that real-time data connectivity to most of the tools that you're working with. So the vast majority of cloud-based BI and reporting tools, ETL tools, are able to communicate with cloud-based SQL Server instances, and we make your data look like a SQL Server in the cloud. But we also provide OData and REST interfaces as well. So if you have a tool that needs to be able to consume OData or REST, then what we essentially do is we provide that layer of connectivity on top of, say, Odoo to provide easier connectivity to your data. Now, in the same vein, we have a set of drop-in connectors. And so these are going to be installed on premises or installed in servers in the cloud, whatever the case is. And it's going to provide that same real-time connectivity that Connect Cloud does, but it does it through specific database standards. So JDBC, ODBC, and ADO.NET, those are going to be familiar for anyone that has worked with databases, that's built applications on databases, that has connected to databases from tools. But we also have bespoke connectors for things like Excel, Python, Power BI, Tableau, PowerShell even. And then we provide source-specific customization. So our engineers become experts in the APIs or protocols that they're connecting to. So in this case, we have engineers that have dug into the Odoo API. They work with Odoo to make sure that we're accessing everything that any user would need out of Odoo and presenting it in a way that makes sense. And these connectors provide connectivity to not just Odoo, but more than 250 SaaS, big data, and NoSQL sources. And because they're on-premise, that's also going to include things like on-premise file stores, your on-premise accounting solutions like QuickBooks Desktop, and that list continues. And so the last product that I want to cover is CData Sync, and this is a replication tool that we built on top of those connectivity providers that I just talked about. And this is giving you automated continuous replication from your SaaS applications, from your flat files, from your other big data stores, from legacy systems into SQL databases, SQL data warehouses, Snowflake, and that list goes on. It's an installed lightweight application. It can be installed on-premise or in the cloud, and we have versions that are available for anyone that's using Azure or AWS or the Oracle Cloud, and soon to come for the Google Cloud Platform, where it is within that marketplace. You just click a couple of buttons and it's up and running and ready to go in the environment that you need. Nice. So the next thing I want to dig into is those customer stories. So we'll just jump right in so we can get to the demo and show off exactly how everything works.
Thank you.
So the first thing I want to talk about is Odoo connected business to business. And this is a customer that we had that needed to incorporate their Odoo data into their like lower level business to business communication. So I'm going to drop some acronyms that are going to be familiar maybe to some, but be alien to others, and that's okay. So these are companies that are performing your business to business communications using the AS2 or AS4 protocols, those EDI document exchanges. And the problem that they were running into was building and maintaining this connectivity into the solutions that they had in place. So those solutions that they were using to consume, things like invoices and purchase orders, and then convert them into the opposite, and then maintaining information within their SaaS application based on those invoices and purchase orders. The solution that they resulted on or landed on was CData Arc, and so with that, they were able to get this uninterrupted communications, seamless integration with their business partners through that connectivity. Nice. So the second customer story that features CData Sync, which I mentioned, the need for this customer was comprehensive historical reporting across their siloed data sources. So not just Odoo, but they had data in accounting solutions, in email marketing solutions, social media solutions, and data access to all of those was siloed. So they could get individual reporting within each of those platforms, but they wanted reporting across all of those platforms from the same place. And the challenge that they were running into was easily integrating all of that data into a single place for that comprehensive reporting. And the end result here is this organization is now getting full comprehensive 360-degree analytics on their entire data set. So that includes Odoo, that includes their accounting, and every other piece of data that they would be touching.
Yeah.
And then the last customer story that I want to share is the one that we're going to demo to a degree, and this is real-time analytics. So this customer needed access to Odoo from Power BI for real-time analytics. They needed a solution that provided direct query into Odoo so that as they refreshed their dashboard or they rescheduled refreshes on their dashboard, any new information that popped up in Odoo was going to show up in those dashboards. So they, if they were at an event gaining leads, or if they were coming down to the wire at the end of a quarter and watching their deals close, and they wanted to watch that, that pie close and those bars grow in real time, they were able to do that, which provides some excitement, real time celebration based on real time closed deals.
Yeah.
The issue that they ran into is that they had invested a ton of time and resources in learning to use Power BI, leveraging Power BI, applying all of the powerful functions that are available in Power BI, but Odoo wasn't natively supported, and so they were at a crossroads where they said, do we invest in building out this integration, or do we warehouse the data and give up on the stream of real-time connectivity? But they found the CData Power BI connectors, which provides that real-time connectivity that they were looking for. It's installable, it's updated and maintained regularly by our team, and so now they're getting that drop-in connectivity. They get uninterrupted reporting, and they get real-time analytics that really provides that agile decision-making that companies are craving in this fast-paced world in which we live.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we've shared some stories, and I guess it's time to jump into the demo. So we'll make sure that that's going to work here. Let's see if I do this, and we'll come here. And then I think that's going to work. So the product that I'm going to demo is CData Connect Cloud. So this is the data connectivity as a service platform that I described earlier. You can sign up for it for free. So one of the great things about it is that it's really free. So you don't even have to enter any billing information to get the trial. You just go to the cloud.cdata.com and you can sign up. We have a kind of a curated trial experience where if you connect for the first time, we walk you through what it looks like to create a new connection, to maybe look at that data from a client tool and really get going. But I'm going to skip all that to just jump right into the meat. So you can see here, we start on the overview tab. We can see that I've got a number of connections, active connections, how those have changed over time, the number of queries that I've run. But what I know that I want to do is I want to replicate that situation that the customer was dealing with before. There's some security demonstration for you. At time, it logs you out if you're inactive for a certain amount of time. So I'm here on the Connections tab, ready to add a new connection. I've got pre-configured connections that I'll show, but for the sake of what we're looking at here, we know I'm going to look at QuickBooks Online alongside Odoo data.
Nice.
So I can filter by accounting, and then I can connect to QuickBooks Online. Different platforms support different authentication methods. In the case of QuickBooks Online, it uses what's called OAuth. So for anyone that isn't familiar, that's where you actually sign in using the platform that you're connecting to. So you're not storing credentials on our system or on a local machine. So if I were to click this sign in button, it's going to open a new tab. I'm going to sign in using my QuickBooks Online credentials. And then now CData Connect Cloud is authorized to work with my QuickBooks Online solution. and pull data from it and actually push data back to it. So CData Connect Cloud is bidirectional connectivity, so you can read and write. But for the sake of brevity, I'm not going to go through all that. And then on the Odoo side, we can see the connection, it looks a little different. So I need to know the URL for my Odoo instance. I need to know my Odoo database name, my user, and my API token. CData has documentation. So if you have questions about how to get this or what each of these things mean, you can see it here. And there's more information if you drill further into the documentation. But CData engineers and Odoo support teams are ready and able to help you figure out what values to use for these solutions, so you can kind of get that concierge trial experience as you work through and connect to both. Don't let the fact that these values sound somewhat alien frighten you away.
There's always documentation somewhere.
And Odoo has done a great job with their API and with their interface as far as figuring out, well, what is my database? How do I find an API token? How do I get authenticated from a third-party application? So it works really well. So we can see here, I've got my QuickBooks Online connection already made. So it says reconnect because I've already connected. And then we'll see my Odoo instance. So there's my CData Demo Company Odoo instance, the database, my username, and then the API token is obfuscated for security reasons. And so with that done, I'm actually ready to go ahead and jump into actually doing something with my data. So I've got my connections established. I'm ready to jump into a client to get connected. And so I'm going to pull up Power BI. We'll see if this messes the stream up. I'll pause once it's done just to make sure everything stays in the right resolution. Looks like we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So when we're ready to connect, it's really easy. The great thing about CData's relationship with Microsoft is that our connector ships with Power BI Desktop. So you don't have to install anything separate. You simply download Power BI and you can immediately connect. So I know that I want to connect to my CData Connect Cloud instance. So I'll click connect. And I've already authenticated everything here. So if I had not signed into my CData Connect Cloud instance, it would have popped up a browser window asking me to sign in to CData Connect Cloud using that OAuth process that I described before for QuickBooks. But I've already authenticated. And you can see that I've got all of those connections ready to be connected. And in this case, I've got a pre-built or a pre-configured set of data sources already loaded. But we can see, we'll just drill in real quick, and we'll see all of the entities that are available through the CData Connect Cloud connection to Odoo. Maybe. Okay, it's hanging up. Yep, we'll pause there.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I think what we can explain is that using a tool like CData for Odoo can be great for data migration, can be great for data visualization, can be great for many different case scenarios. So I think you guys can definitely reach out if you have ideas of things you want to run from Odoo with the CData platform. That's definitely something we want to explore with you guys. Yeah. Sure.
Great, thanks. So, so what we're going to do is we're gonna get connected to some different data sources. So I have got different names of countries. Before I build this visualization, I actually wanted to show this screen first. So what I have pulled in is the leads from Odoo. So that's kind of the key information that I want that are related to invoices in my QuickBooks Online account. So the leads are coming from Odoo, invoices are coming from QuickBooks. I have defined the relationship here between these two fields using a common field between the two. So the partner name from Odoo is the same as the customer reference name from the QuickBooks invoice. And then because of the way that Odoo stores data on the back end, you actually end up with what looks like a relational database. So you have a lot of related tables that could have facts and dimensions based on how things are stored. So in your CRM leads, you're going to have a stage ID, but not necessarily the name of the stage. And so this is drilling in just a little bit into kind of the mechanics behind Odoo. And it allows for, concise storage when it comes to storing the leads. But I know that I want to know the name of that stage, not just the ID, the number that's associated with it. So I have also pulled in the stage table from Odoo. And then the same thing goes for the country. So I pulled in the country table from Odoo because what I get in my lead is a country ID. And so I've just created these maps. These maps are honored by Power BI, and then those same relationships are honored by Connect Cloud because they exist in Odoo. So we've implemented everything from Odoo up to make sure that everything works the way that we expect. So all I've done right here is pulled in the name based on what's available in the country. But what I really want to know is the total amount by country for all of my invoices. So now you can see that my list got a lot smaller because I only have so many invoices in each account. And then what's really cool, we'll just do a little bit of Power BI showing off, is I can actually build, say, like a heat map. And we'll change, so the tooltip is that we're going to change the location to the name. And so we're going to see some stuff filled in, ideally. There we go. Oh, Antarctica. So we have different values for different countries, but it's not as pretty. What we can do is just change the way that things get filled in. So I'll just use a basic formula to do that. And we'll do the same thing. So we're going to do the sum of the total amount. We'll do a gradient. When we hit OK, it should now filter everything down so we get a good look at, so we can see some gradient in things by country. So we can see like Brazil has its amount and things like that. So at this point, you can see I built a visualization. I'm pulling invoice data from QuickBooks and the country data, the related country data, keying through those leads into Odoo. And so we could continue to build visualizations like this if we wanted to know, say, the amount per invoice based on the company. So I think that's the partner name in Odoo. So we have all of our partner names here. We'll just move it up here. And then again, we can go to this related invoices table that's being pulled from QuickBooks. My equipment is in the way of my monitor. There we go. So we can see, each company has a different total for its invoices. And what's great about Power BI and the fact that these relationships have been defined in Power BI, CData is maintaining those relationships in the Connect Cloud platform, is if I click on, say, the United States, it's going to filter this down. And now the only parts of my information that are being shown are the companies that exist within the United States. So I can click out, I can say click into Belgium and see that, that data is there. And so there's a lot of information here. I could continue to build out charts and visualizations. You could build a stacked bar chart that shows which invoices are past due by which partner and the value of those or the number of those. And that's all due to the fact that, we can build these relationships and maintain these relationships. The fact that CData Connect Cloud is providing that real-time connectivity to all of your data. So Odoo plus whatever other platforms you're using that may not have a direct integration with Odoo to give you this 360-degree but real-time connectivity to all of your data. So I think I'll wrap the demo up here. I've got everything up, so if there are questions that come up about the demo, we can jump to those.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very easy to connect two different software in one way. That's and it's very scalable in many ways as well because it's managed through CData. Yeah. So regarding the question, we just want to let you guys ask your question on the chat. Feel free to do so. We have moderators who are already answering some question on top of that. Just to keep in mind, and we have a question regarding the pricing. Maybe Jared, you can give a few minutes, spend a second to discuss about the pricing of CData, and I can do the same for Odoo.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of that is going to vary by product.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at our drop-in connectors, that pricing is going to be based on, it's going to vary across that connector technology, and then it's typically priced based on how you're installing it on the machine. So the pricing is going to be different if it's on a desktop versus if it's on a server.
Okay.
I believe that we have our desktop pricing published on the website, um, but because everybody's server setup is varying and different, you can reach out to our sales team. I'll say this now, the email is going to come up again later, sales@cdata.com for any pricing or licensing questions. But it's typically on the number of cores that are on a server machine, and then also whether the machine is on premises or in the cloud. And then for the vast majority of the cloud platforms, we have listings in the cloud marketplaces, so you can get a drop-in connector that's native to that cloud marketplace based on your needs. So
nice. In Odoo, it's kind of the same in a way with the hosting. The price on premise and Odoo Online are the same, but if you want to use our platform as a services, which is connected to GitHub, Odoo SH, you're going to have to pay an extra to use our platform. As far as the license, it's a single price per users. Regardless of the application you're using, regardless of the number of API you want to run to the platform, it will be the same price. So it's only a price per users, and it's only one price. There is no multiple price different if you are an admin or if you are simple users. It's a single price with all the application, and you decide how you want to scale Odoo, how you want to integrate Odoo based on your need of today and need of tomorrow. But yeah, I wanted to, maybe we can go to the next slide. And of course, you guys, if you guys have follow-up question, you can definitely reach out to me, wju@odoo.com, or my colleague Giselle, GIRIO @odoo.com. And for CData, I guess, Jared, you put your email as well here.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you've got some implementation questions, I'm happy to get you started on those. We have a very talented pre-sales team, a solutions engineer team that can probably take you one step further than I would be able to. But in general, we can triage all of our questions, whether they're sales and licensing related or they're technical in nature, through our sales inbox. So sales@cdata.com. We have BDRs that are sitting on top of that inbox and are ready to triage questions as needed to get to the right people.
Yeah, and in both ways, we are happy to do trial. We are happy to show a little bit more and go deeper. So please reach out. We'll show you Odoo, we'll show you CData, and figure out how we can accommodate all of that. But if it's it, thank you very much for being here, Jared. It was nice to have a little presentation from CData. And again, we are thank you very much, everyone, to join. And feel free to reach out if you have any additional question.
Yeah, no, it was a pleasure to be here. My trial experience as a partner with Odoo was great. And so, don't be afraid, sign up for one. And then if you want to trial the CData Cloud, it's just cloud.cdata.com to get signed up. So thanks for having me.
Thank you.